Mall.com.
Happy Tuesday. It is February 24th, 2026, and this is the Valley's Morning News. It's News Radio for South Texas. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz. We got Jason Caterina from AccuWeather. He's on standby. Got another nice day for today, although the warm-up, yeah, it's real, and we'll be dealing with it, especially on Thursday. They say triple digits by Thursday. Chihuahua. So here we go with the news. Governor Greg Abbott has ordered increased operations for DPS along the Texas-Mexico border as a result of all the cartel violence south of the border. Governor Abbott ordered the Department of Public Safety to ramp up safety and security operations to try to prevent any spillover. Of course, lots of Mexican violence of late. Sunday, the Mexican government went after and killed one of the top leaders of the cartels in Mexico. Latest numbers from the National Integrated Drought Information System finding that 74% of Texas is currently experiencing moderate to exceptional drought. Back to the Valley, police have arrested a sixth individual in their investigation of a double murder in Peñitas. Authorities have been investigating since early February when two bodies were discovered in a burned vehicle. Both victims shot dead. 3 suspects have been charged with capital murder. 2 others are facing evidence tampering charges. At 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. A note for the city of FAR. They're getting a big federal grant, $3.5 million to improve the FAR International Bridge. Business note for Texas. Folks in Texas know that the economy is booming here. But others, especially up northeast, they're taking note.
A prominent New York City think tank has put out a report showing how they're getting killed by Texas. Justin Yancey, who heads the Texas Business Leadership Council, says the tipping point may be the newly formed Texas Stock Exchange.
Once trading begins this summer, there's going to be a lot more exposure to Texas.
He says that everything points to a shift of financial power away from Wall Street. And on top of that, New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani is pushing to raise corporate taxes there.
It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. A federal judge has temporarily blocked 3 Texas school districts from having to honor a state ban on so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, DEI.
U.S. District Judge Charles Askridge ruled against 4 provisions of Senate Bill 12, which includes school-sponsored DEI policies, bans on student clubs that focus on sexual orientation or gender identity, and disciplining school employees who engage in diversity-related efforts. The ACLU of Texas's Brian Klosterboer argued the case.
An attempt by the Texas legislature to censor and whitewash our history, to censor our speech.
Banning DEI policies has been a priority of Governor Abbott's.
Schools must not push woke agendas on our kids.
Texas is expected to appeal this decision to the Fifth Circuit. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
It's 7:09 on the Valley's Morning News. And a lawsuit by the Texas Attorney General targeting the discount Chinese shopping site Temu for information gathering practices, well, has some China observers and experts commenting on other things. China expert, researcher, and author Gordon Chang saying that Chinese firm Temu is linked to mailing those mysterious seeds that have gone out by the thousands across Texas.
It appears to be part of a coordinated plan to plant invasive species in the United States. This appears to be an attack on American agriculture.
Texas Ag Commissioner saying that there have been thousands of reports of these mystery seeds across the state. It's 7:09. It is AccuWeather the time. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. But first, big thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. They always got what you need at Martin Farm and Ranch. It's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina, and serving up another nice day today, right, Jason? Like low 80s. But triple digits in your forecast by Thursday. Yikes.
At least it's only a day, though, and then it does tail off a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna throttle back a little bit, like for Friday, right? Like back to the... Well, you said the 80s.
Yeah, 80s to near 90 on Friday. Low 80s to near 90, and then a little warmer Saturday, mid 80s to near 90.
All right, dude, we need some rain around here. Any changes to those computer models?
Let's see. Indeed, it's looking drier. Still got a shower in spots for Wednesday morning. Then Wednesday evening with some
Okay.
thunderstorms late. Thunderstorm next Thursday morning. Not
Wait,
this
wait,
week.
wait, hey.
Next week. Next week.
Next week, like in 1 week, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. It seems to be the trend seems to be it is tending to dry out a bit. So I don't know. Not good there.
Wait, you know what you need to do is just reset the computer and fire it up again, and that anomaly will disappear for
Hard reboot.
Yeah, just yeah, exactly.
Anybody tried pulling the power plug
yeah.
and replugging it in?
Just hold it, pop, and then turn it back on after 7 to 10 seconds, and watch all that rain disappear from the long range forecast. Texas travel, we're good, right, for the next couple of days?
Yeah, all quiet. Dallas way today, mid 70s, not too bad. Houston will be in the low to mid 70s today, and San Antonio mid 70s as well.
All right, Freddie. Who makes the best nachos and fajitas, in your opinion?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Turn on Teclo's mic, because I'm going to ask him the same thing, too. He's probably going to say some restaurant in Mission, but it's okay. I need to go visit it. Yeah. So, best nachos, Freddie?
I'm going to say...
Don't say the gas station either.
I'm going to say Taco Palenque.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Teclo Garcia, the techno man with Mission EDC. Best nachos and cheese, man. What do you got?
Palenque.
Yeah.
And don't say Chili's, okay?
Oh no, that's sacrilege around here, dude.
Right, it is.
Yeah, it's like worse than that would be Taco Bell or alleged Taco Bell. All right, I say this because it's tortilla chip day, chips, and only the best restaurants give you free tortilla chip, and of course Palenque will give it to you with beans and all that stuff.
Okay, my favorite chip is Julio's from Del Rio. Julio's chips at HEB, man, those are really good.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Yeah, I know exactly.
And it's Tuesday, so it's Taco Tuesday.
That's true. So just cut up those tortillas and fry them. There you go. You got your tortilla chips. All right. Thank you, pal. Call you next hour. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on 710 KURV. We start the morning. Temperatures mid-50s. And yeah, you heard the techno man. We're going to get a Mission economic update coming up at about 7:15, 7:16. So stick around for that. In the meantime, another look at the violence south of the border. Comments from Rice University.
Ruben Oseguera Cervantes may have been the most powerful organized criminal boss in Mexico. Tony Payan is the director of the Claudio X. Gonzalez Center for U.S.-Mexico Studies at Rice. He says Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum had been under enormous pressure by President Trump to go after organized crime, which was against her instinct.
There seems to have been a very close relationship between organized crime, specifically this cartel, and many of the mayors and governors and members of her own governing coalition.
He says Trump threatened to deploy U.S. troops if she didn't. In fact, a few days ago, a plane full of Marines landed in Campeche. Payan notes the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement is under renegotiation, and that was also a driver. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
And President Trump's State of the Union speech is tonight, and of course coverage on 710 KURV. And on the Democrat side, they're hoping to minimize any theatrics during the speech.
Besides members of Congress and the cabinet, a number of Supreme Court justices will be present just days after their key tariff ruling. SMU political science professor Dr. Cal Jilson expects the president's close advisors to remind the president that this court will likely be in place for the remainder of his term.
And calling them names, as you did right out of the gate after that decision on tariffs, is not a good strategy long term.
Jilson expects the president to claim a number of accomplishments and talk up the economy as well as the recent action in Venezuela. The president may also explain reasons behind the military buildup in the Persian Gulf, as some wonder if there will be more strikes on Iran.
That's reporter Eric Bushman. Time is 7:15 on News Talk 710 KURV. This is the Valley's Morning News for a Tuesday. And up next, economic status report for our city of Mission. New jobs in the area, new projects, sales, construction, things like that. We'll talk with Teclo Garcia from Mission EDC next on the Valley's Morning News.
huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Information to start your day.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. If you're driving around town, stop fidgeting with your phone, trying to get connection. Listen to 710 AM radio KURV or just press the app. Radio Parame. We got the State of the Union speech tonight. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on News Talk 710 KURV. City of Mission, economic status report. Techno Garcia. He's the economic development chief for the City of Mission, back in the studio. I just finished a conversation with our amigo Isaac Tawil in McAllen, right next door. Mm-hmm. And one of the major points is retail sales off the charts in McAllen. In fact, they had like the record-setting month recently in McAllen. Yeah. So let's come to Mission. Are you seeing some runoff, similar synergy, energy in Mission of late when it comes to retail sales?
We're doing well on retail. We don't have the exponential growth that McAllen has, right? You see shopping centers and strip centers going up in McAllen. Seems like every other day, right? Mm-hmm. And Mission is obviously a much smaller market. However, we're maintaining our numbers from last year, which was a record number. I can tell you that in the last 5+ years, Mission retail sales taxes, if you look at kind of big picture, we're up 70% from 5 years ago, right?
That's crazy.
And so this year has shown that we are relatively level compared to last year. Mm-hmm. We should end up the year at about 30 million. For perspective, McAllen should end up around 100 mil plus, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing about a third of what they do, and that's been about normal. But for us, we see some new retail coming in. We're excited about it. We've got space on the expressway. We're recruiting. We were just at the ICSC conference, and
that is for retail, right?
Yes, the International Center for Conference for Shopping Centers. And they have a regional meeting, and then they have a national meeting in Las Vegas. This one and was usually in Dallas, but it was in San Antonio this time. And you got to go there, and you got to create meetings for yourself before you go. That's where the work is really. People think you just show up and you put your shingle out and you just people come to you. Well, the retailers are the hunted, right? And we're the hunters. You know what I mean? We're trying to bring retail here, and we've got some exciting possibilities. We should have some announcements coming in the next 90 to 120 days for some retailers, new retailers to Mission, and but we're seeing growth. We've got we're going to do a groundbreaking for a restaurant here in the next couple of weeks for Mission. Don Pepe's is going to build a Mission restaurant. We're really excited about that. We've got Chipotle opening, and we got some other restaurants that are opening in Mission. But even with all the retail, here's what we have to do. We have to create jobs so people have the money to spend. Mm-hmm. You can keep getting more retailers over and over and over, but they're just splitting money, right? You got to have new jobs. You got to have tourism. You got to have new money injected into the system.
Well, it seems that it's on the way. We're very excited and looking forward. We've been teasing this for a long time, but now that we know that the ink is wet, it's been signed. So McAllen, it's like McAllen, Mission, Edinburgh. For those of y'all who are new to the area, it's like a collection of all these 4 or 5 cities. But it's one market, and Hidalgo County, plus a million plus people. But the destination point is McAllen or Edinburgh right next door, and Mission here in Mission. FAR has a lot of family attractions as well. So the numbers just keep on pumping, keep on growing. Retail, construction, those numbers are off the charts. But new money, new jobs, like McAllen, thank God we got some big outfit coming up. Hundreds and hundreds of really good paying jobs coming to the McAllen area. And you'll work closely with McAllen on synergy.
In any time you get an employer that comes in to create jobs, whether it's Mission or McAllen, Edinburgh, these are regional positions. These are regional assets. I mean, you and I were talking off line here about Ubiquity, the company that moved into
the call
Mission,
center.
the call center, right?
Which I
Now-
met recently at that job fair they had in McAllen, and it's full-time jobs. I thought it was like college part-time jobs. It's full-time jobs.
No, I'm sure there's part-timers there, but these are full-time jobs located here in Mission, and these are inbound calls. This is not a selling situation where it's outbound. They have contracts with anybody from the VA to other medical services where they provide customer support or back of the house kind of situation for different companies, and these are good jobs. However, I'll tell you that even though they're located in Mission, when we did a survey early on, only about 38% of the employees were actually in Mission,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and that's normal, right? So if McAllen is able to land an employer, great. That's great for the region. SpaceX at the Seed Building, our facility here in Mission, we have SpaceX contractors in there, right? And they're driving to Brownsville every day, right? We have a vending machine distributor, right? Or folks that own vending machines. They have them at the LNG plants, right? And so they're moving goods and drivers back and forth from Brownsville. Yeah, this is a regional economy.
I told you, dude.
It doesn't matter really where it goes. It's a little bit to the city, but not so much.
You and Fred and I, we should have done a taco truck and gone daily to the LNG plant, and we'd made a killing. We'd be sipping margaritas in the Caribbean, finding all the cash money, hand over fist. Teclo Garcia is the Director of Economic Development for our city of Mission. There's another major, one of the last conversations you and I had was this aluminum company manufactured like recycle. Tell me about it, because that was a big announcement a few days back. People need to hear about that.
Yeah, no, we've tried to make plenty of hay of it. It's a $50 million metals recycling plant, primarily aluminum. It's called Century Recycling. From the owners are from Mexico City. They have a plant outside of Guadalajara, about an hour. It's one of their main plants, and we went to go visit that plant about 2 weeks ago. Thank goodness we were there 2 weeks ago and not this week.
Wow!
But we're very impressed. But the plant that we saw is only half the size of the plant they're going to build here in Mission, right? And again, it's highly automated. Not a ton of jobs, maybe about 60 to 70, right? And so these are highly skilled. The workers are going to be trained. We've already reached out to some local higher education institutions to try to figure out how we can get that training besides in-house training, but otherwise. And so now you're talking about expanding your tax base, creating real jobs, and those folks will have money in their pocket to spend in Mission, in McAllen, at South Padre Island. We have to create jobs in order to get people in the bar. You just can't always just add more retail.
No, and with a commodity like that, like a resource like aluminum, job security, man, 50, 70 different employees, 50, 70 different new homes and careers.
And they're going to source their scrap metal from the U.S. and not Mexico. Okay. So they're going to, it's going to be put on barges and trucks and rail and brought down here, and then they're going to create aluminum. And as those guys always say, you can never stop recycling aluminum. It'll keep recycling forever. Sometimes you have to stop with steel or other metals, not aluminum. You can keep recycling forever. And so they're really excited about being here. They know the valley, understand the valley, and that's just one of a handful of companies, maybe 5 or 6 companies that we're dealing with right now from Mexico, who are wanting to invest in the U.S. for a variety of reasons. And so we're looking forward to try to make those announcements here in the next several months. Sometimes these things take time, but we want to create jobs. And Mexico has not been a leader in foreign direct investment in the U.S. It's still Germany, it's still the UK, it's still Japan and Korea, right? The traditional economic powers. Even though Mexico's right next door, they've been more a receiver of investment. They've received hundreds of billions of dollars of investment from Asia or U.S. companies who are in Asia for them to try to cut down supply chain risks and get closest to their biggest market. And so they've had anywhere from batteries to auto companies all located in Mexico so they can be closer to the U.S. we should take advantage of it. We're in the geographically perfect place to take advantage of this stuff. So we're working on those companies. We hope to make those announcements soon. And more than that, forget the announcements. Create the jobs. We want to create the jobs for people.
Teclo Garcia, Director of Economic Development for our city of Mission. You know what else recycles like in perpetuity, like forever and ever? Davis Rankins.
His wardrobe.
His
He's
still wearing stuff from the 60s.
What about his gel?
70s.
His hair gel.
He does not have much gel. He does not have much hair
left
for gel.
for the gel.
You don't need that anymore. Maybe to shine la pelona for him. On the construction side, you mentioned earlier that home construction. We're strong. So some of the numbers. Top of mind.
Like Mission's a smaller community. We're about 90,000 people, but we have a lot of activity on the construction side. Again, over the last 5 or 6 years, we've had about $500 million worth of residential construction, single family homes, right? About 30 to 40 every month, right? And neighborhoods and subdivisions popping up all around the city. Mission has a lot of assets in terms of whether folks want to be in a certain school district, or they want to be close to the bridge, or they just want to step out of the McAllen Edinburgh area a little bit. Mission has been very well positioned to grow that way, and so we've also seen a tremendous growth in the condo and apartment market, right? And not to rent, to own, right? And so we continue to see. Last year, I think we had 350 permitted condos, and the year before that, a little bit less. But before that, it was like 25 or 30. Suddenly, it shot up, right? And so some of that speaks to affordability. Some speaks to the market that people that are under 40 or under 35, they don't mind not having a big yard. They just want a place.
Yeah.
And so
the way things are today.
Yeah. And so we're taking advantage of that. We have a lot of international clientele as well. And so, there's a lot of growth on that side. We've got subdivisions again in South Mission, North Mission. We got the Killam development folks that are going to build 700 new homes just south here.
Near the bridge.
Yes.
Close to the bridge.
So it's moving.
Which brings me to the rapid fire. So I'm going to have to do
rapid
this rapid fire
okay.
with you. Okay. Real quick. Ansel Lewis, Bridge, latest. What's up?
Same position. The last time I came to report.
Okay.
Waiting on some of the federal stuff to settle out in terms of
on our side,
both sides.
Okay.
In terms of equipment and training.
Okay. Cimarron,
we hope to close by the second week of March.
Mm-hmm.
And
as far as selling it to somebody.
Yeah, ownership group from Mexico City.
Okay.
/ Mission. That is going to buy the Cimarron.
They're going to keep the golf course and everything as is. They're just going to refurbish. That's the whole idea.
Right. They have to keep the golf course, and so we're looking forward to them investing anywhere from $8 to $18 million to restore the course.
Okay. Good. So good buyer.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hopefully you guys. Okay.
Yes.
And nighttime golf, which I thought was fascinating. What's the status report?
Yeah.
On that
Just the lights and all that wasn't the challenge this year. The challenge was the greens. Right? Didn't get the weather and the watering. So easy to put up lights.
Yeah.
It's hard to control Mother Nature and all the grass and all that kind of stuff.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I was going to say 2 words, or maybe it's one. AstroTurf. Just make it one big putt-putt
that'd
golf.
make them really fast.
Golf course. Right.
Greens, yeah.
Hey, anything else you need to mention before I let you go?
No, we're just we're on the cusp of announcing some really big projects in Mission on the industrial side. We just got to keep working.
And I would hope that all the energy we're getting in the valley from, what Orly's working on there in Harlingen and call centers with the Port of Brownsville, of course, and Elon Musk and McAllen over here. I hope that all that is helping to create the energy that you need on the economic
What
development.
about Progresso Lakes?
Yeah.
Are they coming around, right?
Yeah. What, they get McDonald's or what? I missed that one. Or are they getting, what is it, the cleansing burrito, the Chipotle place? So,
hey, we're getting the Chipotle Mission. We're happy about that.
All right, Phil. Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome.
That's Teclo Garcia, Director of Economic Development for the City of Mission. Sports next on 710 KURV.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of excellence and power in a new C300 sedan. Get yours for only $479 a month for 36 months. Experience a feeling only 140 years of innovation can deliver. The choice is simple at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen, a true triumph of luxury. Now open at your exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen.
I am Sarah Sagredo Hammond, your true Republican candidate of choice for Texas House District 41. For over 9 years, I've been fighting at the state capitol, not for politics, but for people like us. I'm a mom, a small business owner, and a community member just like you. I have been in Austin, where I have seen our good people get left behind. And when we ask for help, we get nothing but political speeches instead of practical solutions. I may not know every inch of the law, but there is one thing I do know, and that's how to listen to you and to work with my community as I have for many, many years. I am not here to perform or put on courtroom theatrics. I am here to serve and put you first in Austin. I am Sarah Sagredo Hammond, and I approve this message, and I ask for your vote.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Our call letters, KURV. Our frequency, 710 AM. Our specialty, news and talk. News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Houston Rockets were back in action, demolishing the Utah Jazz 125-105. Jabari Smith Jr. led the game in scoring with 31 points on 17 shots. Next up, the Rockets will shift their focus to tomorrow night as they take on the Sacramento Kings. Tip-off is scheduled for 6, and coverage will be provided by the Space City Home Network. The San Antonio Spurs were in a marquee matchup last night, beating the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons, 114-103. Devin Vassell led the game in scoring with 28 points, hitting 7 triples on the night and going for an efficient 71% shooting. Additionally, Victor Wembanyama was all over the box score yesterday, earning a double-double with 21 points and 17 rebounds. With a win, the Spurs are now only 2.5 games behind from the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Their next game will be tomorrow night as they take on the Toronto Raptors in Ontario. I'm Adam C., and this is your TSN Sports Minute.
Let's start in the NFL. The Falcons slapped the franchise tag on tight end Kyle Pitts. Tag will keep Pitts in Atlanta on a 1-year deal worth about $16 million. Chiefs released defensive end Mike Dana, which saves the team $9 million cap space. NBA's Russell Westbrook dropped in 25 to help the Kings beat the Grizzlies 123-114 to snap their 16-game losing skid. College hoops, Duke, the new number 1 in this week's coaches poll, followed by Arizona, Michigan, Houston with Iowa State rounding out the top 5. That's sports. I'm Ron Moss.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast. Partly sunny, breezy and warm today. Highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. A south-southeast wind at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Clear and breezy tonight. Lows in the upper 50s to mid-60s. Still with the south-southeast wind at 12 to 25 miles an hour. Sunny, becoming windier and warmer for Wednesday with highs in the mid-80s to mid-90s. Then a hot day with blazing sunshine Thursday. Highs in the upper 80s to low triple digits. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Temperatures mostly in the mid-50s across South Texas. Thank you for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. Check of news, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Pain management specialist Dr. Dennis Slavin on severe recurring headaches.
Headaches are very common and have many different causes. They range from being a nuisance to severely incapacitating, where the headaches are interfering with family, work, and enjoying life. If your headaches have become severe and occur 15 days or more a month, a new FDA treatment I have may help you. Botulinum toxin, or Botox, is now FDA approved for the treatment of migraine headaches. Botox is applied to specific target areas that have been mapped after years of research to be triggers of migraine headaches. This treatment is safe, office-based, and is covered by most insurances, including Medicare. Botox not only makes you look better, but now, in my office, in under 15 minutes, Botox can make you feel better. Patients are amazed by the pain relief. They wonder why they waited so long to be feeling better at last.
Learn more about feeling better at last by signing on to feelingbetteratLast.com or call Dr. Slavin 973-0565.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
My name is Sergio Sanchez. I'm a Republican. I'm running for House District 41, number 1 on the ballot. We need to bust the current property tax system. We have out-of-control appraisals in the area. We need to control spending. I am self-funding my campaign. 95% others in the race have received out-of-area lobbying money. I am beholden to nobody. If you're a conservative, independent, or Republican, show up and vote. On the Republican primary, early voting is underway. It ends February 27th. Election day is March the 3rd. Paid for by the Sergio Sanchez campaign.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with your money now. The Wall Street Journal reports that Novo Nordisk is planning to slash U.S. list prices for its popular weight loss and diabetes drugs Wegovy and Ozempic by up to half starting next year. Under the changes, both Ozempic and Wegovy will list for $675 a month, effective January 1st. Rosina Food Products has recalled nearly 10,000 pounds of frozen meatballs that may be contaminated with metal. Officials say the Bremer family-size Italian-style meatballs were sold nationwide at Aldi. A trio of Senate Democrats is calling for the government to start refunding roughly $175 billion in tariff revenues that the Supreme Court ruled were illegal. The bill would require Customs and Border Protection to issue refunds over the next 180 days and pay interest on the refunded amount. Futures are slightly higher. Yesterday, the Dow lost 821, the Nasdaq down 258, the S&P 500 lost 71. That's your money now.
Temperatures mostly in the mid-50s across South Texas. Thank you for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. We got Fox News coming up in about 3 minutes, and we invite you to join us at Radio Para Mí. It's the free app. You can listen on your smartphone at Radio Para Mí.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter. If you need a printer or copier, Total Imaging Solutions has the right printer for you. You get the printer for a simple monthly fee and copies, just a penny or less a page. No ink or toner charges. No surprise service fees, just clear, honest pricing. And if your old printer's slowing you down, we'll trade it out and level you up. Whether you print just a couple of copies a day or need the next New York Times press, we can help. Plus, if anything ever breaks, our team will have you up and running in under 4 hours. Easy printing, fast service, real savings. That's the penny or less revolution. Call 956-664-2113 or visit copiesforapenny.com. That's copiesforapenny.com. Total Imaging Solutions, helping your business one penny at a time.
If you know someone who's been trying to sell their home for a long, long time. That home has not moved. That someone needs to know about the Ryan and Brian real estate team. Tell them about it. Yeah, maybe they're not smart enough to listen to talk radio, but you can tell them, hey, amigo, I noticed you've had a for sale sign in your front yard like for, let's say, a year or 8 months or something like that. Yeah. Tell them about the Ryan and Brian real estate team, the only team I'm calling to help sell my home. You see, the Ryan and Brian real estate team, this is their culture. They are so confident that their aggressive and successful marketing approach will help sell that home at a price and deadline that everybody agrees to, or they will buy that home. See, they guarantee it. Arturo and Corina, they needed to sell their home. And when they found out about this guarantee, lots of peace of mind for them. They were trying to sell their home for 3 years. No luck. Other agents, tried and got hired and fired. So eventually they landed with the Ryan and Brian real estate team. They do things different. The marketing system is aggressive, reaching thousands of potential buyers every single day, and help these two sell their home for the most money possible after only a few months of trying. This could be you, amigo. So start that conversation. Get your household guarantee with the Ryan and Brian real estate team. 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
Radio United is hiring. We're looking for an experienced HR and business coordinator to support our growing media markets. This role handles human resources, accounting support, payroll coordination, reporting, reconciliations, and budgets, working closely with our business manager and corporate accounting team. Ideal candidates have 3 years of accounting experience, 2 years at human resources, strong Excel skills, and are bilingual. Media experience is a plus. Send your resume to human resources at radiounited.com. Radio United is an equal opportunity employer.
News and information to start your day.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Happy Tuesday. It is February 24th, 2026. This is News Radio for South Texas, the Valley's Morning News. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, and we got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Another pleasant day on tap, so highs today should be upper 70s, low 80s. And just enjoy the cool weather, man. We'll just leave it there because it's going to get super hot by Thursday. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys. Ready to fight for you? Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Pop at the State of the Union tonight from President Trump, who heads into the big speech with
a 44% approval rating, according to the latest Fox News polling. The biggest issue for Americans is the economy and affordability. The White House pointing to several good economic data points here, including slowing inflation, strong consumer spending, plus those bigger tax refunds this year for some Americans.
Fox's Aisha Hazian at the White House. How long will the president stand at the podium inside the People's House?
It's going to be a long speech because we have so much to talk about.
At least 26 Democrats won't be sitting or standing in the chamber. They are not even showing up as a boycott. And some members of the men's hockey team that defeated Canada Sunday for the gold medal are expected to be in the audience. The women's team declined the invitation. America's listening to Fox News.
Yeah, coverage of the State of the Union address tonight. I believe Fox News will help us flip the switch at around 7:30 with a pregame conversation. And so join us for that. 8 o'clock is when the speech is supposed to start, right? And if you're driving around town, listen to it safely on the radio. Just tune into 710 KURV tonight or online at Radio Para Mi, 710 KURV. Governor Greg Abbott ordering increased operations along the Texas-Mexico border. The governor ordering DPS to ramp up safety and monitoring and security operations in light of the cartel violence this past Sunday in Mexico, where El Mencho, the cartel head, was killed by the Mexican government. Here's another look at the cartel-fueled violence south of the border by one expert.
Ruben Oseguera Cervantes may have been the most powerful organized criminal boss in Mexico. Tony Payan is the director of the Claudio X. Gonzalez Center for U.S.-Mexico Studies at Rice. He says Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum had been under enormous pressure by President Trump to go after organized crime, which was against her instinct.
There seems to have been a very close relationship between organized crime, specifically this cartel, and many of the mayors and governors and members of her own governing coalition.
He says Trump threatened to deploy U.S. troops if she didn't. In fact, a few days ago, a plane full of Marines landed in Campeche. Payan notes the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement is under renegotiation, and that was also a driver. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
Back to the Valley. City of Pharr is getting some federal grant money to help improve the Pharr International Bridge. $3.5 million announced by City Hall. President Trump met with angel families at the White House yesterday. That included folks like Marie Vega. Her son was killed by an illegal alien near Santa Monica, Texas, back in 2014.
Thank God we have you in office. Without you, America and the world would not know the consequences of open borders. We, the masses, your constituents, are behind you 100%.
She was addressing, obviously, President Trump. The individual who killed her son has been sentenced to death. President Trump has now signed a proclamation designating February 22nd as the official Angel Family Day. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Join us on your smartphone. Go get the free app. It's called Radio Para Mí, and look for 710 KURV at Radio Para Mí.
Pain management specialist Dr. Dennis Slavin on joint pain.
Our website is feelingbetteratLast.com because that's what people say as they leave my office. They really are feeling better at last. Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Slavin with some sound advice on achy joints. You need to get your walk in or hit the golf course, or with every step you take, it hurts. Oftentimes I hear from patients, my knees hurt and I can't do what I want. I don't want surgery and I don't get adequate pain relief with pain medication. They feel stuck with their knee pain. There is another option besides surgery or pain meds: sodium hyaluronate treatments. The way it describes this treatment to patients is like it's WD-40 for the knee. The sodium hyaluronate is a natural lubricant that also stimulates your knee joint to produce its own lubricant, and when precisely injected with ultrasound guidance, provides superb pain relief.